can you hear me? Can you hear me? What the hell am I doing all the way down here? Hello, guys. Hello? What the hell is going on with this audio? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Happy Saturday, happy weekend, bada boom, bada bing. We are back at it. Call me Mr. Ling. Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I did this. Life has been hectic. Started our own company, working super hard, new struggles, new pains, new challenges, new everything. It's been absolutely fantastic. Implemented a new routine where I work out before the office. I work out 9 times a week now. New personal record. And that is just to, get peak fitness. I'm a young male, so why not? And it goes well with today's episode, which is centered around the struggle to being better. It's an idea I've had for a while that I've wanted to talk about, but not from an angle of the whole personal development, be a Sigma, do this, do that, which the internet is full of already. I wanted to talk a little bit about the personal reason for me why I have the struggle to be better. Like, why do I always strive for it? Why are my days and my weeks and my years centered around becoming better than I was a few days ago or a few weeks ago? I'll give you some examples, then I'll talk to you about working out, quitting snooze. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, thank you for being here. Happy listening. And there's one question I'd like to ask you before we get started. Where does your desire to be better come from? And what happens if you don't pursue it? Let's get this party started, shall we? First off, the struggle to become better. We all struggle every single day to do something, whether it's a math problem, whether it's drawing something, whether it's creating music, solving some kind of business problem, talking to your annoying roommate. It could be anything at all. But struggle to be better. When I wrote this title, I was thinking of something very specific. Because as a child, I often observed a lot of chaos and negative consequence drop onto other people and also me in many situations. And it mostly came from adults who had not healed themselves. Adults who had not taken their demons seriously. They hadn't looked them in the eye and said, I need to slay you to make sure that I don't hurt anyone. And that's sort of what I landed on, that if you don't heal yourself, you'll eventually hurt others. And for me, the struggle to become better, that's where it came from. I believe as a child I had registered that, okay, there's so much chaos and so much pain and so much uncertainty that is arising from these adults and these people not taking care of their demons, not making sure that they are a healthy, strong, independent version of themselves, that I need to make that sort of my life's mission. This is not something that happened 100% consciously, but it definitely happened subconsciously. It has happened in the background, and it's very active for me. I can feel it. But something that I recently thought of was, it's very difficult to pinpoint where this principle should end, or whether it really ever should end. Because what I was sitting with was, okay, I have the constant desire to be better, whether it's with my fitness, my diet, my mindset, my association to anger, or how I deal with anxiety, or what happens when I get feelings or thoughts of doubt. How do I deal with that? Am I better at that than I was 2 years ago? Because the way you handle these things also has an effect on people. Let's say you're in a room with 4 of your friends and all of you get anxious at the same time. The person who is the best at dealing with anxiety will also be the person who can be the first one to help others with their anxiety. So that's sort of the role that I wanted to apply to myself. How can I make sure that life's adversity and all the demons that I have within myself are controlled and taken care of and worked on as often as possible, really, to make sure that whoever joins me for the ride of life will be taken care of. And it's kind of difficult because there's a part of me that I feel this fear inside of me. I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but there's a fear of, okay, I can clearly see that I am better now today than I was a year ago. But it's almost like I am unable to identify whether I am good enough to avoid causing the same chaos and pain that I saw the adults create in my childhood. Leaving me with the realization that the pursuit of being better will never end. It itself has become life. At least for me. I mean, it'll be interesting to listen to this in like 10, 15, maybe 30 years and be like, I had no idea what life was about. But that is at least how I feel at the moment. The constant pursuit to be better in all realms of the human experience over the, past 6, 7 years has always brought better people into my life, better opportunities, better health, better sleep, better finance, better weather. I mean, whatever. Like everything has just constantly become better the more I have struggled to become better. The more I've sacrificed. It's just been a constant law for me. Of course, you have ups and downs like weekly or monthly. You could have a good month in September, but a horrible October. But if you look at the whole perspective from January to January, things are in general a lot better. And that doesn't mean that everything around me has become better. It could also be that my attitude or my perspective on what is around me has become better. I could be in the same shitty room, but I've just found new things to appreciate. That means that my attitude has become better, which sort of makes my environment better as well, at least from my perspective, because even though nothing has changed, the way I view things has changed. And that for me is also an improvement and something to be very proud of. And yeah, it's interesting how it has become a main theme for my life to always be better, because I want to escape that pain and those horrible visions and examples I saw during my childhood that clearly came from other humans not having control of their own development, I guess. You know, the demons pushed them to the alcohol, to the drugs. I've had friends that are in a similar situation as I was, like pain-wise and what we've experienced, but they went the route of distraction, drugs, partying, and eventually joining some gangs. One of my friends actually ended up in a very, very bad situation. And that also reminded me that, okay, even though me and him were almost going down the same path, I took a pause and was like, okay, this is leading nowhere good. I need to stop, and I need to force myself to struggle somewhere else. Because everything at the end of the day is a struggle. You're struggling if you're taking drugs, and you're struggling if you're in the gym. And you always get better. I mean, this might be a little bit ridiculous, but you'll get better at taking drugs. You know what drugs make you feel like what, and you know where they are from, and you know how much they cost, and your knowledge of drugs gets better. But is that really what you want to get better at? These are like the questions I often ask myself when evaluating what should I struggle for. Is this really worth getting better at? And that kind of also bounces back to different reasons why we have this desire to be better. Like I explained, for me, it was to a very, very large degree the pursuit of avoiding causing the same chaos and negative consequences that I saw the people create in my past. But it could also be small things like proving someone wrong. Let's say there's someone that never gave you that confirmation or attention that, oh, you're doing well, you're improving. So you just keep it going. You do better and better and better, and you push yourself in hopes that that person finally recognizes you and the progress that you've made. But yeah, you have to make an evaluation there as well, because it's nice that the other person not acknowledging you gives you fuel to work super hard. But shouldn't you just stop up and be like, hey, I could give myself that same recognition and attention because I've become better every single day. And I could have, let's say you've done it for 150 days. You could have 150 recognitions from yourself, but instead you have 0 from that other person. And you'll keep going until you get that one. And yeah, all of us have different reasons why we struggle to be better, and I think it's so interesting. And some people don't have it at all, at least in my opinion. I've seen a lot of people that are fine being the way they are. They have no desire to better anything. They just think life is life and things will work out and it'll be fine. And yeah, wishful thinking from my eyes. But of course I'll say that because I've wanted to struggle to be better, while maybe they've had nothing happen to them that has made them think that way. They have no reason to struggle. Why would you struggle? I've always had a nice house, always had food, always had a family, always just gone to school, followed the classic way. I mean, why struggle? Maybe that's what they're thinking, and who knows, maybe that's a better life than I'm living. It's very difficult to say. A few years back, I would definitely say that they are the ones who are losing, but you never know. I'm only 23 years old. I mean, what do I know about losing and winning in life in general? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And yeah, if there's one thing that I could share that has been really super beneficial for me when it comes to healing myself and proving that I am a better version of myself, it's working out. But I know that we are in a TikTok generation, so I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you the good music and let you rest for a while, and then I'll talk to you about working out. I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao. Bada boom, bada boom. We are back. Working out. I mean, I cannot emphasize how much I love going to the gym, working out, breaking a sweat, going through that physical pain. And I think that is a lot of the essence of working out. Is you go there and you just put yourself through physical pain and exertion for either an hour or maybe even 2 sometimes, and you feel satisfied with that. Okay, I felt pain, I felt struggle, but I know that in a few days this is going to result in me being a better version of myself physically and also mentally and health-wise and everything. You know, my heart will be healthier, my lungs will be healthier. I feel extremely good when I work out, and I feel extremely bad when I don't. That's all I know. But I had a aha moment, or I don't really know how to explain the feeling, but you know when you're standing somewhere or sitting somewhere and suddenly a realization hits you and you're like, wow, this is going to be useful to know for the rest of my life. I was standing at the bus stop after I had worked out, and I realized that, wow, the way that I was thinking about the coming day and what I had to do tomorrow, because there was some uncomfortable stuff I was going to have to do the following day. But the way I was thinking about them was a little bit different to what I would do if I, for example, hadn't worked out, or if it was the morning, or if I was really tired. I was thinking about them, and I had this supreme confidence that whatever happens, I will fix it. Whatever is going to meet me, I will beat it. I will be the best version of myself, and I will deliver wonderfully. I just had this oozing confidence about my ability and the person that I was. And it came from the workout I had, because I had really pushed myself. I went to failure on all the sets that were last for the muscle group. I really pushed myself beyond what I thought I could that day. And I got a lot of confidence from that. I felt really good after that. And it was like, wow, this is nice. This is nice. So yeah, that is truly, truly beautiful. I mean, working out, you can literally, as long as you have a reasonably good and quality diet, you sleep well, and you work out with high intensity, you will be able to see yourself grow month to month to month, like physically grow or physically get fitter. You can see that you're not out of breath as fast as you were before when running to the bus. Things like that. You could literally concrete evidence that you've grown and you've become better. It's just so nice to see. It's so nice to see, especially when you do it with other people. Do it with other people. Make a fitness journey with your best friend and literally say that, okay, if you stop, you are going to have to hold a big sign that says, I am a total failure. I didn't manage to go to the gym. And then on the other side, you said, just to specify, I was so lazy that I could not put on shoes, open my front door, and walk to a building to work out. And that will be your, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just yapping now, but that's just an idea. Pick a friend and say, make the punishment for not following through so harsh that you'll struggle either way. You'll either struggle to the punishment or you'll struggle through the journey. At the end, you'll get better anyway. Because I recently got a friend into my life. He knows who he is when I start telling the story. But I used to do snooze before. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's like nicotine pouches that you put on your lip and you get an insertion of nicotine. I stopped now for maybe 3 months ago. This person that came into my life, a name starts with W, really pushed me to realize that doing snooze had nothing to do with my identity. If my identity was connected to struggle to become better, why was I doing something easy just to feel good? Right? Doing something easy just to feel good. I mean, it's not a lot of effort. You just put the pillow under your lip and you relax. That's easy to feel good. That doesn't align with my identity of struggling to be better. I knew that, but at the same time, I was making these excuses and these rationalizations and thinking it'll be fine. But deep, deep down, I knew that in the end, someday I will have to quit anyway because I don't want to do this shit for the rest of my life. But he came in and he put me in my place. He said, look, you are a drug addict. You need to stop putting those pouches in your mouth. Daniel, you work out, you eat healthy, you work hard. You do all these things and you come here with these pouches. What the hell are you doing? And I was like, you know what? This guy is so goddamn annoying. Why is he running his mouth? But I didn't say that. I was thinking it, but I didn't say it. And as soon as I thought it, I was like, why did I have this thought? Okay, he is annoying, yes. But what is he criticizing? Is he telling me to do something annoying? Or is it annoying because he's telling me a truth that I have been avoiding? And I landed on, okay, he is telling me a truth that I have been avoiding. Me and him made a deal. Initially, I went back on the deal. I'm going to be so honest and say that. I said I would quit. I didn't do it because, again, I took the easy way to feel good. He catched me. He said, but you haven't, or he didn't catch me, but I was very open about it. Like, look, I didn't quit. I don't care. And he was like, what do you mean? You are a drug addict. And I was like, oh, okay, this guy is so right. I fucking hate it. And I told him, okay, 1 p.m., we're going to the trash can together. We'll throw away my box, and I'll be done with it forever. That was the day that was 3 months ago. I haven't done a single one since. Not really interested in it, and it's not a part of my life. It was super easy quitting. And the reason why it was easy was I didn't think, okay, now I'm going to quit snooze. I didn't think of it in that frame. I thought, oh, I have woken up. It was like I was in a dream where I could do the easy thing and feel good. But now I'm awake again. Now I am Daniel, who identifies with struggling to get better, who identifies with a lot of things, but none of them are nicotine pouches under my lip to feel good. That I don't identify with. So knowing that I was myself and living as myself, it was really no struggle to quit. And yeah, it was super fine. Maybe the first 72 hours were a bit difficult. I was a little extra irritated, but I did not connect that to snooze. I didn't go home and was like, oh, I'm so irritated. Maybe I should just take one to feel a little better. I never thought that. I thought, I'm super irritated. What the hell could I do right now? What could I do when I'm irritated? Okay, let me throw my pillow against the wall, or let me go hit a workout, or let me go for a run, or let me put on some AC/DC and rock till the anger leaves my body. You know, just do something. Just don't do the nicotine pouch, is what I was thinking. And here we are, 3-4 months later, not a big deal at all. Whew. What a fun episode. What a fun episode indeed. I don't know if I communicated this well enough, but truly, I would like you to reflect on the fact that if you don't heal yourself, you are going to hurt others. And if there's something that I could ask you before leaving, I mean, first of all, thank you for listening and being here. I really appreciate it. But if you knew that you'd never fully arrive at being the best version of yourself, would you still put in the effort? If you would, why would you do that? And if you wouldn't, why not? Hope that gives you some food for thought on this wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Ciao, ciao.